So Afrobeat sensation Davido has advised Black Americans against relocating to Nigeria, citing the country's economy is, I quote, "economy is in shambles." He made these comments on the Big Homie's House podcast, and this comes amid speculation that some Black Americans are contemplating leaving the United States following Donald Trump's electoral victory. So here's what Davido had to say.
My original question was like, so if people want to leave America and like try to find those...
Leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not?
My country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the bad parts.
You're not gonna try to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
We Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil, and we pay more money for oil.
You'll be wondering, what actually did he say? Is he lying? Of course he's not. He's just saying the truth. But many people, they don't want to hear the truth because the truth is bitter. Everything he said is nothing but the truth. But people like being lied to. And when you are in a system that is filled with propaganda, you won't even know what to believe again. So it's something good that somebody that is well recognized is just giving a candid advice to somebody that he loves. And he's just telling them the truth, that this is the situation that you will face when you didn't heed to my warning. And he shouldn't be backfired for it. Everybody knows all this. Everybody knows, even those in the country that wants to run away.
Well, this has elicited several responses and a lot of debate. The former aide of former President Muhammadu Buhari, Bashir Ahmed, reacted on his official X handle, and he said, "Selling out your country from foreign soil is so disappointing and unpatriotic. Public figures like Davido should know that, and they should act and be seen as good ambassadors for Nigeria wherever they find themselves." However, another user commented and said, "Is the economy in shambles or not? You can be honest and also be patriotic at the same time." Ayo, your take on this?
Yeah. I think it's a very difficult, to balance it, because when you're asked the question and you can hear the passion and the pain in his voice. First of all, let me say that Davido is one of our biggest ambassadors. Through his music, remember when he had his wedding, he said he was very deliberate about and we praised him that he could have done it anywhere in the world, but he chose to get married here. The amount of investment for local businesses, showcasing Nigerian culture to the world, and how that positively impacts us. When he was on this interview, I think he was too blunt and too honest for a man who is recognized or is supposed to be an ambassador to Nigeria. A number of the things that he said, were they true? Are they false? A number of the things, sadly, there's an element of truth in what he said. The only thing is that when you go outside, you want to always represent your country in a positive light, irrespective. We can talk about amongst these things amongst ourselves. We can talk about these things amongst ourselves. But when we go out, we want to only project the positive image. And I think he exaggerated a bit too much by saying, "Oh, why are they coming back home?" This is a man who comes home very frequently, has enjoyed, the goodwill of Nigerians. We buy his music. A lot of contribution to the wealth that he enjoys today is from Nigerian pockets. So these are some of the things that I'll just highlight. But as a whole, I don't want people to just blacklist him and cancel him for this. Davido has done a lot in trying to project a positive image of Nigeria in many ways. But I want to also say that it's become too easy for people, especially when you go abroad, to push down and tear down and speak down on the nation. We're just talking about Kemi Badenoch, who I don't think she identifies as Nigerian anyway.
She does not.
But how it's so
more
easy.
British than the British.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier just to play to the gallery, to speak down or talk low. Every country has its problem, including America. There's corruption in America and the UK. There are a lot of bad things that happen in these countries, but I was shocked, Vimba, when I went to Atlanta. If you see the homeless, let me not say anything so I don't spoil that country for them, but it's just to say that they are very deliberate about what they show the world about their country. So maybe to just encourage people who have a large following and great influence to be very careful about what they say about Nigeria. At the end of the day, we are the ambassadors. Nobody can talk about your country as much as you can.
Absolutely. Dr. Bati, very quickly, you know, in Zimbabwe we have the Patriot Act, which says that if you travel abroad and you decampaign your country, it's actually a criminal offense. But however, people are saying that Davido's father invests heavily in Nigeria. His uncle is also a governor. So you're saying in this talk about leadership, because at the end of the statement he said, oh, the leadership is also bad. People are saying, but your family is very influential and in a position of leadership. With just a few seconds before we move on.
People have been criticizing Davido. You know, I think they're unfair to him. As a citizen, he has every right to express an opinion. As an artist, he's also, you know, involved in the use of music, song, as satire, as social commentary. So he has an opinion like everyone else. And he's saying that, look, Trump, yes, he's in America. He's going to take over in January. People will say, oh, maybe I should leave America and come back home. What are they coming back to? That's what he's saying. That the economy is tough, everything is hard. Is he not saying the truth? Electricity is not available. You live in a band A network, but you probably get electricity for band 0 and all of that. So in terms of facts that he presented in that conversation, it was very clear. And people were advising him that he should be a good ambassador. Which better ambassador can we think of other than people like Davido, like, you know, all the artists who are doing excellently well, Rema, Burna Boy, you know, these are the people advertising Nigeria very well and putting Nigeria on the map. So their patriotism cannot be questioned. And in spite of all of this, Davido has dual citizenship, American and Nigeria. He contributes a lot. To celebrate his birthday, he has announced another 300 million, you know, contribution. But he comes home, he says when he films here, he doesn't show, you know, the bad parts. But he's just saying, things are hard in Nigeria. Isn't that what all of us are saying? But just to summarize, I remember the 1989 song by Professor Wole Soyinka. I love my country, I no go lie. Inside them, I go live and die. You push me, you push them, I no go.
Yeah, what he said is just the truth. He just called a spade a spade. But people like painting words, people like to call white black, and most people are not comfortable with lying, and I guess Davido is one of them. He doesn't want to lie. He wants his brothers to not come to an environment whereby they will come and immediately they will leave again simply because of regret. Anybody who wants to feel the situation should maybe just take a vacation and go and see for himself. Is he lying? I don't think so. Is he right in saying it the way he said it? Yeah, everybody has a right to their personal opinion, and that is his own personal opinion. And no one should crucify him for that.